Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope that things are going well in your world. Well, the set is based on Dungeons & Dragons after all, so perhaps we should draft some dragons. And also the mana is good enough here that if you want to go into 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 colors you can. I was a little timid here, we only went for 4, but I think you'll agree the results were quite nice. I hope you enjoy the draft, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I looked at my stats recently, and apparently 69% of my viewers are subscribed, which is nice, but it'd be a lot cooler if it was 100%. So click that button, get an alert when there's a new video to watch. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon. All right, I've seen the Altar of Baal be very good for my opponents. I've been incredibly happy every time I've had a Bag of Holding. Owlbear's insane, Band Together's insane. Basilisk is pretty good. I've seen people say that Containment is bad. It will surprise you that I don't think that's the case. I think I would like to try out the Altar though. Like, this thing's a little terrifying. I don't know that I'm going to force black for it, but I would splash for it. It's a terrifying looking skeleton too. Blood money. Excuse me? Destroy all creatures. For each non-token creature destroyed this way, you get a treasure token. It is 7 mana. It's a lot of freaking mana, yo. Good grief. How are you planning to do that? You had played in conjunction with the treasure makers in red and black. Yeah, I think I'm actually taking it. Black-green it would be very good in, but... Okay. Is this the one spot where I actually do want the Emerald Grove Druid? It does. It doesn't often put them into play. The challenge here is that Kaga and Basilisk are both pretty good. But let's check him out. I've not been impressed with this card, generally speaking. This card has very much impressed me. This is such a good 2-drop. No, I don't usually put a land into play. Well, half the time it'll put a land into play. A little more than half the time it'll put a land into play. But you'll hit your land drops. And we don't have to be green. Lord Robert's a way that we could work with this. Thrakus is not bad, but not really for our deck. We could also just take Eager Scholar, which I like quite a bit. Like, this thing's just a 2-for-1 on the blue-black side, right? No, it's not. Still probably our best bet. I'm not willing to commit to green for a Emerald Druid. What the heck is this? Exile all non-token creatures you control, return them to the battlefield, then exile them again. Okie dokie. Blink your crap a lot. I like Breath Weapon. I also quite like Charmed Sleep. Corlessa can be good, but not really with these cards. That doesn't mean we couldn't play it, but I'm going to take the Charmed Sleep. I'm pretty happy with blue-black. Yeah, a little bit of card advantage is nice too. I've never passed one of these. Would I pass one for a band together? Crap. Yeah, I've learned that taking band together doesn't necessarily signal that green is open, because people just don't value removal at all in this format for some reason. That's fine by me. Good grief. Okay. Let's talk. I may not be black. Like, I can splash an Altar of Ball in a blue-green deck, which it looks like we're going to be doing. Because this is pretty good right here. Surprisingly playable Iron Golem. That's a decent start. Yeah, the flicker thing would work in the blue-white deck. But it's not in blue-white. Yeah, my iPhone does those, like, memory things every now and then. We could also find ourselves in Teamer Dragons. Usually pretty happy playing one of these. And sometimes it'll give me some really weird ones. That card's busted, but I don't think I can really get into that, right? Yeah, I'm probably on Pilgrim's Eye or Basilisk. I shouldn't need a Pilgrim's Eye if I'm playing green. Because we could just splash, ideally, with the little ballad dudes. Yeah, this is not an exciting place to pick a Basilisk, but I think it's the best card for us. An arbitrarily large thing to ramp into, which I'm not opposed to. It's 8 mana. I've played Iron Golem in this format. It's not bad. There's also a Follow the Tracks, which is a really nice way of fixing. I think I'm going to take the blue dragon anyway, though. Like, I want one big giant thing to win the game with. This is certainly that. I shouldn't need the Dragon's Fire. I'll probably need Prophetic Prisms. I'll probably need Cracks. But these lands are so good, I'm just taking it. I think we're getting more into blue-green with some splashes. This is acceptable ramp. It's not exactly the ramp that I want, but we can make it work. That said, I'm playing 3 of these. Or if we just splash this too. Because I honestly don't see why not. Yeah, there's all our top end. All right, I do need to get the fixing going. But I can find it. We've got 3 looters. That's honestly too many. I don't need this. This just drops things into play, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not worth doing, though. I probably do need the Pilgrim's Eye now where we're going. Yeah, we were saying we'd be interested in that. I don't have that many dragons, but maybe we can find a few more. It does always make me nervous to be playing green without any owl bears, because that's like kind of the best green common by a lot. I saw Ethan saying this card was better than expected. I'll give it a go. I think I'd be more likely to play this than the archery currently. Actually, I might prefer the Dragonborn Looter to this now that we have the dragon card. Gotta follow the tracks, I like that. Which card are we talking about there, Dave? Oh, the lizard folk, duh. Obviously. Doesn't seem too bad when you put it that way, does it? Alright, I do need a little bit more fixing. So I think that's what we're going to try to prioritize from this pack if we can. I don't really need more big stuff to cast. Yeah, that leaves this pack a little bit sag. Is our best bet an Ettercap that I may not even main dag? Probably just take the Herd Gorger and then really try to focus on ramp. Man, this is a killer pack. I want the Owlbearer and the Nurturer. I think where we're at, I have to take the Nurturer. Because like I said, I need ramp and fixing. This is ramp, not fixing, but... Oh, okay, so this is just where we're going. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. There's also a Lindsay, which I'm interested in, but we can start moving you out. Because that's the, like, reason to be playing Teamer Dragons. And that's the card that's going to draw it for us. That's also the ramper that I need, but... I can trim this a little bit if I have to make it work. So for fixing so far, we've got one Follow the Tracks and a Pilgrim's Eye. I'd like at least 2 more pieces. Follow the Tracks tends to go late, so I may be able to find more of those. Not in this pack, though. But good news, we probably could use another 3-drop, and this is a pretty good one. We can play that. But I think the table wants us to play Team of Dragons. We're going to use all of our fixing on Druids of the Elemental Groves. I kind of hope not, but if that's how it's got to be. So what if this is our deck? The mana will be great. We just have to not die. Huh. All right, well, that's a plan. Why would I not play the Altar of Baal? can't think of a single reason not to play that. I need to put literally one swamp in this deck. And I can swap my worst creature on board for my best creature in my graveyard. It needs one swamp. There's a source. There's two sources. And there's 2 ways to discard it if I don't need it and draw it early. I don't think it's that much of a stretch. Like the deck needs, what, 1 swamp? Barely 1 mountain. So still got 1, 2, 3, 4. It wouldn't mind 2 mountains. Let's see if I can fit that in. Yeah, we'll look at the avatars in a minute, Brad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that would leave me room for 6, 7 blue. Yeah, it's probably going to have to be this. Because I've got to have the green. If I don't have the green, we're just in serious trouble, right? Sure, it can be a shark. So avatars. We've got a bunch of them. Hey, what's up, Sigmas? I think we got all the big ones. Got like Bruce Campbell and 11 from Stranger Things. Jon Snow. The thing next to the person in the big hat at the bottom. This? Demon Cat? All right, we are a demon cat. I think this looks all right. I'd like to try to find a way to fit a little bit more blue mana in, but c'est la vie. Let's take it out for a spin, see if we got anything here. We got dragons. We got lots and lots of dragons. I'll give it a go. I read a bunch of those and then I realized it wasn't actually ever going to conclude. It was just a new setting for storytelling. But I enjoyed the ones I read. I think Flight of the Eisenstein was one of my favorite books I've ever read, frankly. That was just a really good book. Alright, 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 you got me. Basically, Zombob. Drafted a heck of a dragon's deck. Key. Yeah, fair enough. With an hour commute, I would either have audiobooks or really be looking for a work from home position. I can't imagine that. That does not sound like fun. Where'd they go? I just realized that doesn't shuffle. I have to imagine they had a really bad draw. I have had fun with incessant provocation and taking people's double team creatures. That's pretty cool. Generally speaking, line up the shot is good against this deck. Like, I imagine they have some amount of flyers, and if they don't, just being able to cycle it would be fine. I shouldn't need this much high end. Let's see. That was an interesting use of the card, yes. Wouldn't mind a green mana with this one, but Charmed Sleep is a fine answer to the Fire Beetles. That is not a particularly good Magic card, in my experience. Yours may, of course, vary. That I don't mind. Hey-ya! Go get him, Team Dragon. Sometimes just carving out's good enough. Meow. Well, there you go. Round 1, victory to us. It's draft o'clock. That'll work. Obviously could use some mana, but I am planning on drawing lands. See, there's one. I think I'd rather get the second blue here. See if they can kill Lindsay. They can kill Lindsay. Unfortunate. You got more of them removal spells. That we would have liked a few more of an obelisk. But there's just so many good options for fixing in green that you're not required to do that. Like, we have to draw the Altar of Ball now. It's the only thing that really makes sense. So if they cast something that we need to kill, we'll have Band Together up. If they don't, we can activate one of our gates, get a non-land out of the deck. Trade this for a combat trick, I guess. That one's almost not worth it, but sure. It is ETB. So if we use the Altar of Ball to reanimate this, I'll get 2 of them. Didn't attack because I'm thinking about blocking with it, especially now that I have the altar. Because if they do something like this, I can pretty freely just eat it instead of trade it for the Basilisk. Hiya! Don't really know what they're up to. Again, going on the draw, I probably make this swap. We know they've at least got 2 targets. With the dragon and the iron golem, they could have minimus containments as well, other flyers, other artifacts, and it always cycles, which is fine. Yeah, I think we're pretty happy with this. That'll work. It is not really where you'd want to play that. But you do what you need to do. It's working. Slowly, gently. Oh, it's still all gonna work out. Don't you worry. We're gonna be just fine. Pretty impressed with the altar. Key. Nice. Yeah, the altar's great. Absolutely great. Not a fair card. Would seem they agree. It's just dumb. It's absolutely dumb. White, the magic card we have there. Let's see if we can get the coveted 3-0. All right, I'll give it a go. Played them to trade them. That's aggressive. Not ideal. What does this do? Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I hadn't seen that either. It's basically all of your creatures are 2-for-1s now. Actually, more than that. Just one creature is good enough. Like, they could have bounced... oh, it has to be a creature. Okay. It's a good enchantment. That Rescuer Chimichanga is pretty dang good. This thing's just busted. I can't get over how good that is. They've just got infinite Rescuer Chimichangas. Maybe some of these will help. Yeah, we probably don't want to attack with it again. That's fine. Hey, what's up, keyboard? How you been? Interestingly, it is lethal on board now. So we'll just do that. Oh, that sucks, bud. Yeah, damage happens first. It's a trigger, so they die. Boop. That was quite something. This enchantment's very good. I think we're going to do what we've been doing, which is take out the dragon and bring in line up the shot, which is good for cycling or nuking problematic enchantments. I think other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. This has been a overall pretty fun deck. Let's give it a go. Yeah, stay safe, buddy. We've managed to dodge it so far. That's not very good. That's very reasonable, Zombob. Alright. Gotta leave him in so I can put him on the bottom of the deck. I hope you enjoy your smoothies, Dave. And I hope you and Mike are having a good time. Vampire spawn. Not really ideal for me, but we do what we must because we can. Doing well, Isaac. How have you been? Yeah, fine. I'll take a little bit more card draw. Ow. How much school you got? Seems like you've been in school forever, man. Year and a half left. That ain't so bad. What are you going to do when you're done? It'll be a whole new world. Go get him, team. Behold my dragons! They bring all the boys to the yard. Unicorn does continue to impress. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's my plan. It involves spawning mini vampires. If we draw a dragon, they just die. That's a dragon. Boop. Burninating the countryside. It's a lot of dragons. All that and a death bonnet sprout. That's a really good one, yeah. And a very big thank you to my patrons. Thank you, Punk, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, Rich, Brandon, Jazzy, Craig, and Geis. I appreciate y'all.